Good morning, family. I hope all is well with you this morning. I hope the weekend went well as last week. Hope everything was okay. We have entered into a new year. And so, of course, I think it's fitting that I give you some positive reinforcement as we go into the new year. And so, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about all of the difficulties that you had within the last year. And then I want you to think about all of the wins, all of the positive situations, all of the things that turned out well for you. I want you to contrast the way that you felt when you had to deal with the difficulties as opposed to how you felt when you were successful. Maybe there was a project that you completed on time and that turned out very well. Maybe you wanted to start a business and you started it and things went well for your business. Maybe on the personal level, you wanted to get into better physical shape. You started to do that and now you're seeing some results. So do you have those two feelings in mind? I think that's important. And I'll tell you why. Because in my opinion, we already understand that the feeling that you get from being accomplished, the feeling that you get from reaching the goals that you set is a feeling that an individual can really appreciate, because it helps you to realize that you're on the right track, you're going in a positive direction, as opposed to not achieving your goals. Sometimes they can be depressing, sometimes they can drain your energy, sometimes it even causes you to do and say things that you wouldn't normally do. But regardless of that, the reason why I wanted you to contrast those two feelings, the feeling you get from achieving your goals, the feeling that you get from not achieving your goals, is because I want to offer a caution as you go into the new year. So what do I mean? Well, what I mean is when you look at this particular picture, you see this gentleman is trying to pull a boulder. Now the boulder is behind him, and he's endeavoring with all of the strength that he can possibly muster to move this boulder, right? He's trying to move it, and the boulder is probably 2 or 3 times his size. So what does this have to do with our discussion this morning? All of the negativity, all of the naysayers, all of the situations that made you feel less than adequate represent that boulder. Are you trying to pull all of that burden, that unimaginable weight into the new year with you? That's the question. Are you trying to pull these things that happened last year? Are you keeping them? Because if you notice now, he has that boulder wrapped up pretty tight. It's tied down, right? And as I said, he has no intention of leaving it behind. Look at the posture that he has and the way that he's pulling. He's going to take that with him. Now, think about that for a moment. Is that the wise course to take? Say, for instance, you are a runner, right? And you trained all year for one particular race. And in this particular race, you have to be the fastest in order to win. But if you have all of these things, these weights that's weighing you down, can you run that race successfully? Can you even get second or third place with all of these things weighing you down? Absolutely not. So my encouragement for the new year is anybody or anything that's weighing you down, that you have to pull along, that's not exerting a positive influence on you, it may be necessary to cut them off. Now I know that sounds a bit harsh, and I know that you come to me for positivity, and I promise you I'm not going to let you down in this instance, because this is positivity. It's positivity because if you do not cut these things or these people off, then you will not be able to perform at your most efficient level. You won't be able to be the best that you can be because you're holding on to people and things that prevent you from using your energies, your resources, and your time in the best way. So I don't think that you can get more positive than that. For anyone, I think that that's the case. You find yourself in a situation where you're being drained, either physically or emotionally. Don't carry that with you into the new year. That's not necessary. Because if you are an individual who has set goals for yourself, you owe it to yourself to give yourself the best chance of success. You owe it to yourself. There's not going to be anyone that's going to be standing around that knows your situation better than you. And so because you're fully aware of who you are and what you're capable of, and you're fully aware of what you want to do, then don't allow anybody to keep you from making good on the goals that you set. You can do it. You can do it. There were several goals that I set last year. As I mentioned in the last podcast that we were together, I set the goal of starting a podcast, and I did. And I've maintained all throughout the year. There have been some bumps and bruises. There's been some individuals who didn't agree with what I was saying. Some individuals who even went so far as to castigate me in the comments. But listen, that's all part of reaching out to be the best that you can be. And so that's what I would encourage you. Whether your goals are physical, whether they're financial, whether they're spiritual, whatever your goals may be, give yourself the best opportunity this year to achieve those goals. Let all of the negativity, all of the naysayers, all of the difficulties that you experienced last year stay in 2021. 2022 is a new year. It's a new beginning. And then too, if you take the initiative to cut away all of those negative things, then you'll notice that life will be a whole lot happier. They will. It'll be things that happen that you won't be looking for. It'll be a surprise, but they'll be good things. Because when you cut away the negative things, then you have more room in your life to allow positive things to come in. And that's not anything new. And so I would encourage you to make room. Make room for those things that are positive. So I've gotten my workout in for the day. So the day is starting off very well. Listen, as always, you know what I'm going to encourage you to do. Do something positive this week and watch it come back to you in greater measure. It always does. It always does. I'm encouraging you to work on your goals, to be productive this week. And I'm hoping that everything that you plan turns out exactly like you planned it. And if not, at least you tried, right? All right. So as always, we love you, man. Peace.